Finish up the onions and we'll be ready to put this together. Okay, so our dough has doubled in size and now we're ready to make our flatbread. I'm really gonna flour the counter pretty well. This is still pretty sticky. I'll tell you the other great thing about this dough is it does not need to rise twice. This one is very easy. I'm gonna use my bench scraper to cut that in half. So we don't even need a rolling pin for this. I'm just gonna press it into about a 12 by 5-inch oval. And then when I get it there, I have oiled a baking sheet, put down a piece of parchment and oiled it again. That little bit of olive oil is gonna help get a nice brown crust on the bottom of your flatbread. So I'm gonna put this on the sheet. We want these to be about 14 inches long. So once they're on the sheet, you can kind of move them around a little. If they start to shrink back, it's okay. Once you put the topping on, you can move them a little bit more and make them a little bit bigger if you want. So don't worry about it too much. That's the great thing about this. Nothing has to be perfect. It's my kind of recipe. The other thing I want to mention is about a half an hour before you're ready to work with your dough, you want to turn your oven on to 450 degrees with a rack in the upper middle position. So these look pretty good. We're going to use half of our creme fraiche mixture and we're going to spread it about a half an inch from the edge. And then we're going to use half of our onions. Some recipes, when you get them, you're not really sure. This was such a hit. Every time we made this, every drop of it was gone in less than 10 minutes. And then our crispy bacon. Okay, so these are ready for the oven. They take about 18 to 20 minutes to cook until the edges are nice and brown. You do want to turn the pan halfway through. So let's bake these off. So these have cooled for 10 or 15 minutes and they are ready to serve. I'm just gonna put them on a cutting board and sprinkle them with some parsley. So I think this is an any time of day flatbread. You could cut these in half, serve them for breakfast, serve them with a nice salad for lunch or dinner, or you can cut them in smaller slices, which is something I really like to do as a delicious appetizer. If you have people over with something sparkly to drink, I think this is a great thing to serve. This combination is unbelievable. So the next time you're having a pizza party, think outside the box. Tart flambe, smoky bacon, sweet onions, a little bit of tangy creme fraiche. You can get this recipe and all the recipes from this season of Milk Street at milkstreettv.com.
Siamo all'antica pizzeria da Michele, dal 1870 siamo qui a Forcella, nel cuore di Napoli. La pizza da Michele è stata tramandata nelle generazioni, noi siamo arrivati alla quinta generazione di pizzaioli che hanno imparato dal maestro Michele. Lui ha studiato gli impasti ed era molto bravo per questo ed è riuscito a trovare la ricetta che per noi è perfetta. Una pizza grande che sfama la famiglia, che è buona, digeribile e senza troppe cose sopra, quindi soltanto margherita, marinara, la semplicità.
Recipes and episodes from this season of Milk Street are available at milkstreettv.com, along with shopping lists, printer-ready recipes, and step-by-step videos. Access our content anytime to change the way you cook.
The new Milk Street cookbook is now available and includes every recipe from our TV show. From Vietnamese chicken salad and tiramisu to easy stretch pizza dough and Austrian apple strudel, the new Milk Street cookbook offers bolder, fresher, simpler recipes. Order your copy of the Milk Street cookbook for $29.95, 40% less than the cover price. Call 855-MILK-177 or order online.
Funding for this series was provided by the following.
Next time,
the musical legend Jura.
when a rock star records his comeback album,
It's important my process is not interrupted.
he's murdered.
His head was bashed against the studio wall.
But the victim was alone in a locked room.
No one's getting through these walls.
So how do they get in?
And Jean's investigation
Nothing about this case makes any sense.
takes a musical turn.
Can sound kill?
The Madame Blanc Mysteries.
Exposing the meaning behind the symbol, Tuesday night at 8.
Paul Williams was one of the most gifted architects of the 20th century.
His legacy of buildings is so wide-ranging.
The first African-American architect to have a major crossover appeal to a white clientele.
He was building homes in neighborhoods that did not allow blacks to move into those neighborhoods.
Because his brother had to go through all he had to go through then. He said, nothing's going to stop me.
Hollywood's Architect, the Paul R. Williams Story, Thursday night at 8.
You tell stories.
To evolve.
To explore.
To be inspired.
Close your eyes now. Jump into the future.
This is the stuff that dreams are made of.
Right now, the world is waiting there for you.
Be the difference and be loud.
Oh, that's just the best thing ever.
The American Revolution changed the world.
It gave people a sense of hope that they have an opportunity for freedom.
We need to work together.
Oh my God, it's delicious! Thanks for spending part of your evening with us.
For 25 seasons, America's Test Kitchen has captivated PBS viewers with our unique scientific approach to cooking. From deconstructing recipes to foolproof cooking tips, America's Test Kitchen is another of the great food and how-to programs in PBS history. Many viewers have found that a foolproof way to help ensure that the trusted programs and valued services this station provides will be here for years to come is by making a gift to this station in a will, trust, or retirement account.
Call 415-553-2230 or visit kqed.org/legacygiving to include KQED in your estate plan.
PBS opens up new worlds, new perspectives for all of us, today and tomorrow.
With stories and performances that bring us together.
We can all share in the inspiration, the wonder, and the world that PBS brings into our homes.
Support your PBS station today.
Next time on the Vietnam War.
We were acting as bait. You know, go walk in the woods and draw fire.
U.S. troops feel the strain of a different kind of war.
We keep getting more and more operations thrown at us. I may take a 15-day leave to Tokyo to keep from cracking up.
As the anti-war movement gains momentum back home.
That was the biggest crowd any of us had ever been in.
When the Vietnam War continues.
Tune in for Part 4 tonight at 8.
Next time.
I hit something.
After an accident, the victim can't be found.
It's like he crawled away.
Or someone came by and picked him up.
Barnaby wonders if an old adversary was involved.
I know where most of the bodies are buried in this village.
But nothing about the case is as it seems.
If you're not arresting me, I'll ask you to leave my house.
So what's going on?
Too early to say.
Find out on Midsummer Murders.
Find out who killed Cock Robin Wednesday night at 8.
This program is funded by the following.
That's a pretty generous steak for one. You can share if you want. Hi and welcome to New Scandinavian Cooking from Saltfjell in northern Norway. I'm Andreas Wistad. It's early September and fall is upon us. In today's program, we'll travel north by train. The journey starts in Trondheim, the lush agricultural areas in the middle of the country, and takes us across the Arctic Circle and beyond. Watching the changing of the seasons is dramatic when you're traveling aboard one of the world's northernmost passenger train services. As we're entering the high north and the mountain areas of Saltfjell, here I'll use one of the most flavorful local ingredients, Rudolph, to make reindeer meatballs. Then, as we go even further towards the end of the line in Bodø, something quite unexpected happens. The landscape becomes softer and more fertile again, a piece of Eden, 67 degrees north. I'll use sirloin of Arctic beef to make a flavorful steak with bone marrow butter and local root vegetables. The first stop is Grong by one of Norway's best salmon rivers, Namsen. Hopefully, I'll catch my own fish and I'll grill it over an open fire. The Namsen River was one of the first in Norway to be discovered by anglers. At first, they were met with disbelief. Salmon was something cheap and plentiful that was caught in nets and fed to workers. And now there were a bunch of rich people showing up, German, French, British aristocrats, who insisted on catching their own fish using highly impractical